Hey guys, I am back with my 31 week update. I am doing week 30 and 29 full updates. Today I am 31 weeks and 2 days. I am just going to kind of run through everything that has happened in the last 2 weeks. As you can see, I did change up my background. We moved the the changing table upstairs to where we were going to put the second one up. So we took that upstairs. So I kind of changed stuff around and I'm sitting in a different corner. It's still a lot more comfortable for me to sit on the floor and do these. So that's why I'm over here. So I just changed it up. I did a different background again just to see what you guys kind of like. And just let me know if it's something that you like or if you want me to change it up again. I can go to a better area. I'm trying to figure out lighting and stuff, so just bear with me. It's a little gloomy out today. I don't have like a ring light or anything like that. I just use natural light. We did have a tornado yesterday, so I am here in Omaha, and yesterday, right as I was leaving work, there was a tornado warning. I think it's a warning, not a, there's a warning and then there's another one. So I got in my car, and as I got in, I got a notification saying seek shelter now and all this stuff, and it was crazy. I got into my car, I started driving. We were doing kind of like a work outing type of thing, so I was on my way. And as I was on my way, I was getting on the interstate, and there was an actual tornado that was starting as I was getting on the interstate. It was a little bit further back, but I zipped away the other way. Luckily, there was no damage and nobody got hurt, so that's the best thing that happened out of all of it. It was really cool to actually see it, but I was like, I'm getting out of here because I'm not going the way that it's going or anything like that. The way it was going was actually the way to my house, so I was going the opposite way since we were doing the outing. So luckily I got out of there in time and everything was fine. So anyways, back to the video. I just wanted to give you guys an update on that and why it's a little bit darker here. Outside of that, I went to my doctor last week. I actually don't have an appointment for 3 weeks. I don't know if they did that on purpose or if they just kind of wanted to schedule it out a little bit more, or if it was just a mistake, they didn't see it. But usually it's every 2 weeks, so I'll actually have another extra week in between. I talked to my doctor quite a bit about what's going to happen, what we're going to do, and all that stuff. So she kind of told me we're going to talk about it a little bit closer to the due date. So we really didn't talk too much about everything, but I did ask her about like episiotomy and forceps and stuff like that. I rather not use forceps, and I rather not use the suction. I guess they use like kind of a suction cup to pull the babies out if they're stuck. So I rather not use that, but at the time, if it's going to prevent a C-section, which I rather have him naturally, I'm going to have an epidural, but if it's going to prevent the C-section, then I rather them use the suction than the forceps. I don't know if you guys have gone through pregnancy. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. If you had your baby, they had to bring him out with forceps or with the suction. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think on it. I'm curious to just kind of hear people's insight on it and what they think would be best. So I did talk to her a little bit about that. The baby's fine. Everything's going great. I did gain almost 4 pounds in 2 weeks, so not too bad. I did already, I think I am at like 35 pounds altogether gained, so I still don't want to gain a lot more. So I haven't gone to yoga as much. I went last week, and the class is a power yoga, so it's a lot harder than your typical flow yoga, and I just can't do it. I can't do it anymore. It's too like high tempo. You just keep going and going and going and going, versus like the flow class that I go to, it's a little bit more of a slower pace where it's a lot easier for me to get through now. So I'm doing more of that versus going to the power yoga. The last time I went to power, I felt like I was just going to faint, and I had to stop a lot. There was a lot of stuff that I really couldn't do anymore. So just my belly's a lot bigger. I'm getting a lot more tired when I'm in downward facing dog and I go up. I get really lightheaded, and it just overall, just doing the faster pace one is just not going to be something I'm going to be doing pretty much any longer. So that's kind of a bummer, and I was hoping to kind of really do it throughout the whole pregnancy, but I just have to limit myself now because I don't want to risk anything, and I don't want to pass out while I'm in the actual class, because that has been something that I've thought about, because I just get so lightheaded that I literally have to sit down, and if I don't sit down, I feel like I'm going to pass out. So I've kind of given up on that. But I'm still, like I said, trying to go to the slower paced ones, just to keep going to something and doing something and staying active. Kevin and I are trying to get out more now that it's getting a little bit more warm. We went to the lake the other day. He just went fishing, and I went out with him. I couldn't really do much. I had a day there where my ankles and my feet really swelled up. I don't know what it was. It just, one day I went to go look for some sandals because we were doing our maternity shoot last weekend. And so I went to go look for some sandals on my lunch break, and I put some sandals on, and when I looked down, I just was like, holy moly. They don't even look like your feet. They just, your ankles are so big, and I was just looking at them like, there is no way I am going to wear sandals and take pictures with my feet and ankles so big. They were just, I didn't know what to do. So I had to go back to work and just elevate my feet. And when I got home, I just had my feet up pretty much the whole time. I was drinking a lot of water. And I don't know, it just happened all of a sudden. It wasn't like anything that I was doing was causing it. It was just, I was at work pretty much all day and sitting there with my feet elevated. And then all of a sudden it was just like, hey, you're swollen to the max, and there's nothing you can do about it. So it was really kind of crazy to see, and it's gross. It's really gross. I don't, it's disgusting, honestly. I did not like that. And lately, they've been swollen, but not to that extent. It was ridiculous how swollen they were. So as far as symptoms go for me these last 2 weeks, it's been rough. It's been really, really rough. I'm exhausted. I want to go to sleep, and I just want to sleep and sleep and sleep. I don't know what it is really that just all of a sudden just snap one day. I just felt so exhausted. I think, like they say, I mean, the second trimester, you are just like second wind, and you're active and wanting to do a bunch of stuff and all that. But then third trimester, you get into it, and it's just like, gosh, I am so exhausted. So I go to work, I come home, and I want to go to sleep. It's kind of like my 8 weeks, I think, one of those videos in there. Anytime between 8 and probably 12, I was super exhausted. So it's kind of the same exhaustion that's going on right now. And I'm hoping that I'll get some, I don't want to be so tired all the time, but it's just an exhaustion. Like you don't even, as much sleep as you can get, it just doesn't help. It's just, you're exhausted and your body's tired, and it's crazy. So it's all worth it. It's all worth it is what I keep telling myself. So that's been going on. I do feel the baby moving a lot. He is just kicking and just moving, and his whole body is just from one side to the other. Kevin, one day, he was watching my belly, like actually watching it, and he saw it literally just shift from one side to the other. And his eyes looked like they were going to pop out of his head. He was like, whoa! And just, it was funny to see his reaction just because I feel it all the time. And I see it when I'm, on my own or whatnot. I see it all the time. But for him to actually one day just like actually see that happen, he was just blown away. So it was funny to see his reaction. And he's always looking for it now just because he sees so much movement. You could just see he's like poking out like in one area, or he shifts from one side to the other. He's very active still, so he's always been that way, and I don't think it's gonna change. They say the bigger they get, the less you feel, but I feel him all the time still, and it's kind of crazy because sometimes I'll be sitting and he gets really in my ribs and he just starts just kicking me or punching me. I don't know what he does in there, but it's really uncomfortable at times where I'm at work and I have to like sit up and like stretch around or walk around to kind of get him to go down a little bit. So he's a crazy wild child. I think we're gonna have a crazy one when he comes out. A couple things happened to me during the nighttime. It's been really hard for me to sleep. The last 2 days have actually been okay, but before that, for the past week, maybe 2 weeks, I just haven't slept good. I'm starting to get to the point where Kevin notices like I start to snore. I don't know if that's happened to a lot of people, but he gets so wedged up that my lungs just I can't breathe sometimes at night to where I'm like snoring, and I snore really loud is what Kevin says. I don't know if that's true or not, but he says I snore really loud. So sometimes sometimes I'll wake myself up actually from snoring, but he says it's like every once in a while. It's not like a consistent snore. It's just like I snore and then I move or something like that, and then I'm done. But he says it's been happening more often. So that happened to me. It's been happening to me for a while now. And the other thing that has happened that I thought was kind of weird, this is maybe the I think it's the second time that it's happened to me, but I'm sleeping and I'll wake up to basically almost throwing up. Kind of just, I do throw up. Like it comes up into my throat. So I feel like he gets so high up all of a sudden, and then he either moves or shifts or does something, and my stomach's there. So then all of a sudden something just comes up. And I feel like I'm about to throw up, and I have just a little bit like in my throat. It's the most disgusting, might be too much information for you guys, but that's been going on, and that's just been really weird. It's happened to me, like I said, twice. The second time it happened to me 3 times in a row. So it happened, I woke up, I went and grabbed some water and whatnot, and then I went back to sleep. It happened again, and then I think it happened one more time. I want to say 3 times it happened that same night. So I don't know if that's normal or what, but it's happened to me, and that's the second time, like I said. So just really weird and random and really gross. It's not the best. I have a friend that said that she had to sleep in a recliner for the last couple weeks just because he would nudge up so high that it was very uncomfortable for her and she couldn't really sleep. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen because I cannot sleep sitting up. That's just weird. I just can't. I have to be laying down. Also, the other night, I woke up to what I felt and thought was a contraction, like just a mild one, but it started like in the front and then it kind of went all the way down my back. So I was a little nervous just because I had never felt that before. I have also woken up to him kicking my bladder, like hardcore kicking it. and it feels like what they call lightning or lightning crotch. Um, that's great. It happens all the time now. So I was coming up getting groceries, and all of a sudden I just was like, ow. And Kevin was like, what happened? And I said, it's literally like lightning in your crotch. It feels like someone's just like stabbing you, and just it's a quick like stab, but it's like, oh crap, like you just feel it. So I woke up the other night, I felt like someone had stabbed me, like just for a second, like stabbed me, and then I was just like woke up all startled, and I didn't. I don't know. It happens all the time now, so it's great. I had to get up and go to the restroom because I felt like he was just kicking my bladder so much that he just like was like just going and going and going. Where I felt like if I don't go to the restroom, I'm gonna pee the bed. So that's been great. I have peed my pants a couple times now. Not like full on peed my pants, but just sneezing. It's happened to me a couple times, and Kevin cracks up laughing every time it happens, and I'm just like, great, I have to go change my underwear, my pants again because I just peed my pants again. Um, it's just, I don't know. I try to like tighten up before I sneeze, but sometimes it's too late and I just kind of tinkle my pants and it sucks. So that's been a lot of fun. I have been sleeping with the pillow, the like the big snuggle pillow more often now. Actually, it's kind of been one of the things that's helped me sleep. I always kind of sleep on my left side. That's always how I start, and now I'm starting to roll over to my right side. But I use the pillow in between my legs, and then I use the top part just to kind of hold. It just kind of helps out. He does kind of just stay on one side when I'm sleeping on that side, and then when I go to turn over to the other side, he moves all the way to the other side too. So it gets really heavy like on one side, and I have to wake up at night and like move. I told Kevin that I don't feel like I'll ever sleep the way I used to sleep before, which is really sad, and he even said that's depressing. I used to be a great sleeper. I still am, but I have to wake up to move. So when I'm going to shift to another side, it's a process. You have to wake up and then start shifting to go over to the other side, and then I have to take my pillow with me, and then I have to fix the blanket because now the blanket's messed up because of the pillow, and it's just like a long process, and then I have to hold him and kind of move him with me, just because if not it really hurts because he kind of drops over to the other side, and I don't it's weird at night when he's kind of moving with me. But once he gets comfortable, because he does shift, like it's just crazy how he shifts from one side and then I go to my right side. He just shifts all the way with me to my right side. So I feel him when I'm moving to whichever side. When he comes with me, he'll move and then he'll kind of kick around, get himself comfortable, and then he'll fall back asleep. It's kind of crazy how that happens because I'll be laying there and I can feel him moving for a little bit, and I'm just kind of laying there kind of trying to sleep, and then all of a sudden he's just quiet and doesn't move at all, and then I fall back asleep. So I do wake up a lot now at night, and I have to wake up just to shift over, and it's a long process, like I said. And I was telling Kevin I don't feel like I'll ever sleep like I used to, like completely through the night, just actually sleep without having to wake up and like shift around or move. I don't. I told him I was like, because then once I'm not pregnant, he's gonna be here, so I'm gonna have to wake up at night anyways. So I told him I was like, it's just kind of crazy how you start to kind of get ready for that, to not actually sleep fully through the night without waking up, which is, again, what I used to do. I've never had a problem sleeping. So it's just kind of something getting used to. I think my body's kind of getting accustomed to it more because, like I said, the last 2 days have been great with sleep. So I'm hoping it stays that way and I can sleep the next couple weeks because it's been rough. I don't know if anyone has had this kind of instinct or not, but I've kind of felt like he might come early. I don't know that's just something that I have felt, and I don't know if it's gonna happen. He'll probably end up coming super late, but I feel like an instinct type of thing where I feel like he's gonna come early, but who knows? We'll see what happens. I'm hoping he doesn't come like too early. Maybe a week early would be okay, but I don't want him to come like now or next week or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I feel like he'll either come a couple days early to like a week early. We did get the dresser for him from Target. I ordered it last weekend and it came in Monday, and Kevin just finished it yesterday, which was Wednesday. So from Monday to Wednesday, he was working on it for about like 2 hours every night since Monday night. He really had to put the whole thing together, where he had to put the dressers together, and then he also had to put like the little sliding hinges on each one of them. So it took him quite a bit to do, but it's all put together. It goes great with the room, and it's the perfect little size. It's the same color as the crib that we have in there. It's the same set. It comes from the same set, so we have that in there, and it was so cute to see just him putting it together, and at the end of it, just going in there and like seeing it complete. His room is like starting to come together. Again, we don't have a lot of stuff for him just yet, so just seeing little things like that just start to come in and get started has been great. I did do a little sneak peek last week of the color and the little mobile on his crib, so if you haven't checked that video out, I'll link it down below, and you guys can check it out. Just a little sneak peek, and I will, like I said, be doing a full room tour for you guys so you can see what all we get for him and how we decorate and all that stuff. So let me know if there's anything else that you guys want to see from me. I'm going to keep doing the weekly updates until he's here. I'll do a video of him when he is here, and I'll do another haul on my actual baby shower with all my friends, and those will be the next couple of videos. But if there's anything specific that you guys want to see, just let me know. The other thing that happened the last couple weeks has been was last weekend we did our maternity shoot, so that was super fun. We were initially supposed to do it on Sunday, but it was supposed to storm, so we ended up doing it on Friday, and it was so much fun. We went to a lake again, and we just kind of shot all over the place. I did 2 outfits. I did a black dress and some heels, and then I did some jeans and a t-shirt, just like a white plain t-shirt, and some little booties, and we were on the lake, and it was just super fun. I have one picture that was a sneak peek picture that she sent us that same day. I did post it on my Instagram, so if you're interested in seeing it, I'll link my Instagram down below and you guys can go check it out. But it came out so good, and I can't wait to get the rest of them. I'll have them, she said, in about 2 weeks. So I will be posting a lot of those pictures on my Instagram. So if you're interested, head on over there and check them out. And I'll keep you guys updated on when I get them in the video so that you guys can take a look. It was really fun just to like bond with Kevin on that too, just because, I don't know, it's just, you're having fun with it, and it's about the baby, and you're gonna have these pictures forever. So I really wanted to do it from the beginning when we found out that we were gonna have a baby. So we were really excited, and it was something that I wanted to also have a big picture of. I have a big picture of our engagement shoot over on one of our walls, and it's just a significant thing. So I wanted to have another one where I can put it in our living room or in another room in the house where it's like an actual big big picture of us of the maternity shoot. So it was really fun to do, and I would recommend it to anybody to actually do like an actual shoot. I didn't want to do it with just me. I wanted to do it with Kevin as well, just because he helped make the baby. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do. For the next video, I wanted to get your guys' input. Do you want to see a video of the room to where it's pretty much almost done, or do you want to see a video of the baby shower haul that we're doing? Because we're going to have again a baby shower this weekend on Sunday with all of my friends. Do you want me to do another haul like that to where you guys can actually see the rest of the stuff that we get? It looks like that last video that I did got the most views out of everything that I've put up so far, so I think the hauls are something that you guys do like. So I'm wondering if you guys want to see that next, or if you want to see a video of his room kind of decorated with everything. Just let me know in the comments down below, because I want to get your input on everything, and leave me some comments as far as what your thoughts are on the episiotomy, on the forceps, and on the suction cup. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you have done in the past, if you have had a baby before, and just leave me some love down below. Like the video for me if you guys did like it. It does help me out a lot. It helps people see my video, and don't forget to subscribe so you can actually see when I post a video. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to show you guys the bump, and then we will wrap this up. So this is the bump. This is 31 weeks. He is out there. This is from both sides. So I did want to mention too, because I am showing the shirt, I went to, gosh, which one is it? I think it was Motherhood, Maternity. I went there a couple weeks ago too. I mentioned that in my last video that I had gotten quite a few shirts from there, so this is one of them. A lot of people really like this just because it's so form-fitting that you can really see your belly, and it's really, really comfortable. I wanted to mention too that I found some jeans that I really like. I had mentioned pretty early on in a couple videos that I had gotten some jeans from Pea in a Pod, and I wasn't a fan of them. I still wore them, I still wear them, but they're just not as comfortable. So the ones that I do recommend are from Motherhood Maternity. They are the Jessica Simpson ones. They just feel more like a jegging, but it looks like jeans. So they're not, I don't know, you know, there's some jeggings that really look kind of just, you can tell it's just kind of like a legging. These ones actually look like jeans, and they're so comfortable. So I would recommend those jeans if you are in the market looking for some jeans, and they're not that expensive. They were actually, I think, like maybe $35, and then it was buy one get one half off. So I got a black pair and then a blue pair, but I have to exchange the black pair to a bigger size just because it was kind of tight. The one that I got that was a bigger size, it has kind of stretched out, so it does let up a little bit, but I feel like I'm just more comfortable when it's a little bit more, it gives me a little bit more room and not so snug. But they are still, they still fit, they fit nicely where they don't look like they're baggy or anything like that. So I do recommend those jeans if you are looking for something, just because I had mentioned in a couple of videos that I really hated the other jeans that I got. So I wanted to mention that since I was actually showing you guys what I was wearing today too in the bump shot. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and leave me some comments. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. If not, depending on what you guys want to see, I'll probably do another video next week of either the haul of all of the baby stuff that we get, or the room. So just leave me a comment below to what you want to see, and I will put that up next week. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!